In perhaps the most unlikely quarterfinal the 2017 French Open has produced, between a top seed who struggled to be effective on clay and a French player who's never shown any sign of relishing playing in front of her notoriously partisan compatriots, Karolina Pliskova will face Caroline Garcia with a huge prize on the line, a place in the Roland Garros semifinals. It's a prize that's even bigger this year because there will be no Serena Williams, no Maria Sharapova waiting in the semifinals, which is not at all to imply that said semifinal will be easy, because the winner of the Pliskova-Garcia match will face either Simona Halep or Elina Svitolina, the two top favorites for the title. But with no obvious immense advantage of experience and accomplishment to tip the balance in favor of any of the 8 remaining women, who are all seeking their first Grand Slam title, it all comes down to who can produce 3 high-level performances in the coming days to get their hands on the Coupe Suzanne Lenglen. Pliskova is one of the 3 women in the quarterfinals who have reached a Grand Slam final before, but you're not going to find her high up in anybody's list of favorites among the quarterfinalists. The 2016 US Open runner-up is in many ways one of the most surprising of the quarterfinalists, because clay, as we have established writing about her in the past, is not her surface. Pliskova loves a fast surface, where her huge serve and booming ground strokes are at their most effective and where her movement, the biggest weakness in her game, is mitigated if she plays first strike tennis well enough. That's just not really possible on the clay at Roland Garros, particularly in the heavy conditions that have started to prevail with the weather increasingly wet over the past few days. Pliskova is just 3-2, 2-8 on clay for her WTA career, although she did win the J&T Bank Prague Open in 2015 and was 4-4 in 2017 coming into the French Open. She'll tell you herself she hasn't played her best tennis and has benefited from a soft draw, playing Zhang Saisai, Ekaterina Alexandrovna, Karina Widoft, and finally world no. 97 Veronica Sepidroiga match she very nearly lost, with the Paraguayan player turning in an excellent performance and leading 4-2 in the third set, then having to break points for 5-3 before her nerve failed her and Pliskova was able to close the match out 2-6, 6-3, 6-4. I think I have played better tennis, especially this year, and even on clay, Pliskova said. I can play better than I was playing those first 4 matches. Hopefully the level is going to improve more in the next round, and then it's open. It was tough win today, definitely, for me. Right now I feel happy. Especially with not playing well to be in the quarters and on clay, it's huge for me. Pliskova, who was an Australian Open quarter-finalist, a semi-finalist at Indian Wells and Miami and champion in Brisbane and Doha, has got better and better at winning matches when she's not playing her best and underrated skill of top players. She even has a chance to become world no. 1 if she makes the Roland Garros final, something which doesn't look totally out of reach. Pliskova's quarter-final opponent is Caroline Garcia, a woman who, again, not many would have picked to make the final 8. That's not because of her talent. Garcia has been tipped for greatness since Andy Murray first called her a future world no. 1 when she took a set from Maria Sharapova at the French Open in 2011. But Garcia is an immensely, not to say inveterately, inconsistent player who has never quite lived up to that potential, although she is still just 23. Ranked as high as world no. 23 in October 2016 after titles in Strasbourg and Mallorca, Garcia's 2017 season has been blighted both by injury and a high-profile spat with former doubles partner Christina Mladenovic, with whom she won the French Open duo.